Today we're going to take a look at something a lot of people have issues with, and that is choppiness in stuff. As you can see here, it's a perfectly smooth rut, but it's just so spiky. So, and you can see you can't even ride it good. So let's try the smooth tool and see. Nothing should be better. So let's get the rider up. You can see it's still not really that great, and it won't solve the problem. That is because we have a scaling of 2 feet per pixel. And what I mean with this is, if you look at your terrain.hf file, you can see that this indicates that the images are 1025 by 1025 pixels. If this would be in a 10, they would be in 2049 times 2049. The 2 here means 1 pixel equals x feet, which means that at the moment we have 2 feet is 1 pixel, which means that we take this value times 2 and we will get a map that's equally big to this one, but using less resources. However, that's not really always what you want to do. I like to do this 1 pixel equals 1 feet, because that creates a nice ground and quite a nice resolution. So let's try this. Let's try to only change this one. Okay, now we will get a way smaller track, and as we can see here, we can see that everything is messed up pretty much. The tile map looks okay in compared to everything else, but you can see that these are the things that should be on this jump. And you can also see that we start way outside of the actual track. So if we go onto the track here, we can see that probably everything is going to be really small. As you can see, everything is super tiny, which is not what we want to. So this is just pure awkward to ride. Let's close this one, and you can see the rollers, they're just way off. So we need to increase this one. Let's save, let's try and open again and see what's happening. This time we should get an error message bad shaming the terrain texture rendering with frame ref objects, bad shading dimensions. This means that we have increased this value, so it should use 2049 images, while shading x2 and terrain.png is still 1025. So this means we will have to drag these files into Photoshop, image, and an image size 2049, save, close. Do this on all 3, 2049, save, close. Image size 2049, okay, save, close. Let's try and open up the game again. We have now resized all the files to its correct size. Let's open up here. And we can now say that the objects at least is in the right place. These ones are on the starting gate. Starting gates is on the track. But you can see the tile map is all messed up, and that's just unfortunately one of the side effects of doing this, is that you will have to repaint the tile map all over again. Other stuff will be good, but the tile map in particular will be the messed up thing here. So I'm just going to paint the rut here, as that was the piece I showed you. That wasn't right. So just make it, just so you can see the rut pretty much. So you can see the rut isn't fixed, and that's not obvious, but it shouldn't be fixed because it's still using the old paint, just in a other scale. Therefore, I'm going to move the gradient out a bit here and add once again. So add this, and we're going to fix the tile map so it looks good. Now we can see that it's better. You can see that you're still getting a little bit of it, but it's way better than last time. And when it comes to this stuff, you will sort of have to fit your rut so you won't get them too angled. You will have to sort of make them less angled to minimize this shatter. But you can also always do a tiny bit of smooth. It's not really the best thing, but it may help up a little bit. Help out, not up. So you can see it's at least rideable, even though it's not good. But as you see, you have to redo the tile map, as that one gets purely messed up. Also, don't forget to take backups of your track once you do this stuff, because boy have I failed when doing this. So you'll just have to repaint the tile map. I'm just going to do this really badly. But this is pretty much what you have to do to repaint the tile map, as this isn't useful in any situation. Also, if you have hills, etc., you will have to smooth out those as well. It's like it's getting minor things just uneven. Might not make sense, but if you have big hills and stuff, you will have to smooth them out. So this is how to scale up the track. And if you're new to the game, new to track making, I strongly recommend not doing this on your first track. I did so, and it confused me and took way more time than it should have. So it's better to think of this before the track, how big you actually need to make the track. And yeah, pretty much that's it. What I could mention as well would be that if, let's say you want to have a track that's 1500 feet with a good resolution, you could, I guess that would be 0.75. So 1 pixel is 0.75 feet in game, which would make the track roughly 1500 by 1500 foot, I think. Not entirely sure. So you have to mix with these ones, but I would recommend not going higher than 2049 in resolution, as that would be very demanding of people's PCs, and that's just not necessary. And you can also go the other way to get 1.5, but I would strongly recommend staying within the 1.2 range, as that's sort of a decent quality at least. I hope you understood what I meant during this video. It's pretty weird unless you have actually tried it, but I hope you can learn something and fix your tracks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.